Hey guys, 31-day keto challenge is just around the corner and I'm getting questions. What should I be doing? How prepared do I have to be? What am I allowed to eat? So today I'm just going to do a real quick video. I've got a couple minutes just to kind of give you some basic first steps. Then I'll have another video tomorrow and another video the next day. And you'll be able to watch each of those and make sure you have all the information you need to kick off on October 1st for our 31-day keto challenge. And again, remember, if you are watching this after October 1st, or you can start a 31-day keto challenge at any time. Just happens to be when we're doing it right now. So feel free to watch these videos, share them with your friends and family, and make sure that we get this word out there about what keto is really all about. So I am Tisha with the Keto Helpline. And before we get started, if I could ask you to please subscribe to this channel. Make sure you tell your friends and family about it. And once you subscribe, make sure you hit that little bell icon so that you get notified of whenever I do post a new video, so you don't have to just sit on YouTube wondering if I posted something or not. It will actually give you an email or a notification on your phone that Keto Helpline has posted a new video for you to see. So let's go ahead and get started. So 31-day keto challenge. People are getting nervous because you're used to, for anybody who has battled with weight in the past and has gone on different diets, you're used to thinking that you have to change everything in your world. You've got to get a new workout schedule together. You've got to do about everything in your kitchen, in your house. You've got to start from scratch with meal plans and meal prepping and all these different things. As I told you from the very beginning, I am 100% about keeping this simple. This is a non-tracking, non-crazy, non-changing everything in your world. This is about baby steps of adaptation to introduce yourself into a keto lifestyle. And that's what we're going to be doing for the 31 days starting October 1st. So step number one, first thing you can do, if you watched my last video, we talked about how we're going to have a feeding window. Now that feeding window is a 12-hour window. So what I want you to do first is figure out, according to your schedule, what does your feeding window look like? Is that a 7 a.m. to 7 p.m.? Is that 10 a.m. to 10 p.m.? Is it 2 a.m. to 2 p.m.? What is a good 12-hour window for you that will kind of be when you can eat? Now that doesn't mean you're going to eat all 12 hours, and that doesn't mean you have to start eating at 7 and stop eating at 7. That just kind of gives you your window. So let's say, for example, you normally get up at 6 o'clock in the morning. You get yourself ready for work, you're getting the kids ready for school, whatever the case is, and you really don't grab much to eat for breakfast. Maybe you grab a quick something by like 8:30, 9 o'clock. That's fine. Grab something around 8:30, 9 o'clock to have for breakfast. If your last meal of the day for dinner is maybe 5 or 6 o'clock, then great. Then your window could technically be from 8 o'clock to 8 o'clock, and that would work. If your window happens to be from 7 to 7, but you don't eat until 10, that's okay. It doesn't mean you have to eat at 10 o'clock at night. It just means you're picking your 12-hour window. So find out what that is for you and what that schedule looks like. And keep in mind, you can change it. So if you can have a 12-hour window on the weekends and a 12-hour window on weekdays, you can do that too. There's nothing wrong with that. You just want to make sure you have 12 hours that you're on and 12 hours that you're off. So if you do switch it during the week and you want to reach out for help, I'm happy to help you figure that out. But that's the first thing you're going to do. Put that down on your list. Put a little checkbox next to it and check it once you figure that out, because you've just completed step number one. Step number two, you want to plan some time to take your measurements, your weight, and before pictures. That can be on the morning of October 1st, which is what a lot of people do. It could be tomorrow morning. It could be any time until October 1st. That's up to you. But I want you to make sure that you find the time to do it. You may not like the numbers. You may not like what you see. You might be surprised by what you see. But that's okay, because what we want is we want you to have those numbers. And as soon as you've taken those numbers, we want you to get rid of the scale, get rid of the measuring tape, put it away. Because we're not stepping on the scale again for 31 days. I know that's scary for people. What are you going to do? A scale, the number on the scale, does not determine your success in keto. No matter what you want to talk about, it does not do it. So we want a starting point, and then after this is finished, on October 31st or on November 1st, you're going to take your second set of numbers and you're going to compare it. You're going to see the difference in the number on the scale, you're going to see the difference in the measurements that you've taken, and you're going to see a difference in your before and after pictures. So that's where motivation comes from. That's when you can see all the changes. And you're going to be able to talk about how you feel, how differently you feel as well. So that's really important. Third thing I want you to do, which is a little bit different for some people, I want you to take 30 minutes and write down what you've eaten this week or last week. You don't have to show anybody. You don't have to be embarrassed because you ate a bag of Oreos or whatever it is that you happen to do. Just write it down. I want you to write it down and save that for a few different reasons. Number one, it's going to remind you of what you used to eat versus what you're learning how to eat now. And I think that's really important. It's also a great way to think about what you used to eat and how we can make small changes to make meals that you're comfortable with keto friendly. And that's really, really important. And as you're kind of getting used to this and trying to figure out what you should eat or shouldn't eat or what are better choices or not so great choices, knowing where you came from and the little changes you could make to make it successful going forward is really going to be important. So make that list of what you've eaten last week or the week before, pick a week, whatever it is. Write down your breakfast, lunch, dinner, if you've had any snacks, if you have desserts, and write down for a full week if you can. That would be the best. So that's step number 3. Step number 4 is a big one. What should you do with the food that you currently have? What's in your pantry? What's in your fridge, your freezer, your home, your office, all over? To dump or not to dump, right? That's kind of, it's different for everybody. Some of you might be doing keto on your own and you might have a family. So you're going to have to make these adaptations for what you're eating, and maybe your family's not receptive to it, so they're going to be eating what they're used to eating. So in that situation, what I would recommend is maybe kind of putting the food that you can eat in a separate area. So that way that's where you're going to go for your choices. Everybody else has self-control. Everybody makes mistakes and slips up every now and then. But if you can kind of minimize the opportunity to kind of tease yourself, if you open up a pantry and all you see is pasta and rice, it's going to be really tough for you to think, yeah, I'm not going to have pasta or rice today. So do I think you have to go in and completely wipe out everything? No. But I do think it would be good to at least separate it. And you're looking for your basics. You're looking for your grains, your starches, your seed oils, and anything with sugar. Those are your main things that you're getting rid of, right? That's what we talked about in a couple of videos ago. Make sure you go watch that, the video about no more tracking keto. Those are basic groups of foods that you don't want to have anymore. And all your processed foods. You know, if something has a whole bunch of different ingredients, especially that you can't even read, not the healthiest food choice, so you want to kind of get that out of there too. We're going to be focusing on whole foods that are super healthy and super tasty and make you feel full and give you energy and are going to change you from a sugar burning machine to a fat burning machine, and you're going to love it. So think about what you want to do in your kitchen. That's your fridge, your freezer, and your pantry, and any snack drawers you might have around the house or in the office too. Get rid of the stuff that you know you shouldn't be eating. Give it away, give it to a food bank, give it to a friend, family member, whoever, whatever you want to do with it, or hide it. Put it someplace as a stash. If you still have other family members that are going to eat it, put it someplace separately for them. Just kind of get that stuff out of the way for yourself. And those are really the 4 things I want you to get done in the next 24 to 48 hours. It might sound like you should be doing more, but this is about slowly introducing this into your life. Tomorrow, I'm going to go ahead and post another video. We're going to talk about what you should be eating. I'm going to put together kind of a basic shopping list, not all inclusive, nor is it something that you have to go buy everything of, but it's just going to kind of give you some basic idea. These are the foods that if you have them readily available for you, it'll be a lot easier to do this. And then we'll start talking about some other big things. What about dairy? What about alcohol? What about all those different things? So we're going to kind of piecemeal that throughout the 31-day challenge. Biggest things right now, you're going to make sure you pick your 12-hour window. You're going to make sure you schedule time to take your measurements, your weight, your before pictures. You're going to make a list of what you've been eating for the last week or so we have something to kind of fall back on. And then you're going to decide what you're going to do with the food you currently have in the house. I would also recommend not binge eating all of it. Don't tell me that's not something you were thinking of, but if you've got a couple bags of cookies that are sitting in your cabinet and you're thinking, I'm starting October 1st, I got to get rid of this stuff, let me consume it all real quickly, I'm begging you, please don't do that. It's just not going to be a good place for you. You do not want to totally carb overload when you're getting ready to step into a keto lifestyle. So please just get rid of it, give it away, make it a special treat for somebody else. get that done. And then I will be back tomorrow, and I will let you know foods you can't eat, what you should be going out and getting at the store, and how to make it an economical trip to the grocery store too, so you're not spending thousands and thousands of dollars. And we'll talk a little tiny bit too about supplements, which I am not a super big fan of, so don't worry about that. But that's what we got for today. So again, I am Tisha with Keto Helpline. Please make sure that you press the subscribe button and that little bell icon so you can stay notified of what I have to say and when I have to say it. And I will see you tomorrow. Bye.